Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Toys in My Closet with me, your host, Hebot. So sit back and tighten it up, and I hope you enjoy. Today, as you see here, boys and girls, and gentlemen and ladies, I have none other than some of the newer waves in the exciting line of the loyal subjects of Masters of the Universe. And these are some new additions that I acquired and put into my collection that I haven't had really accessibility or ease to find. So I had to get into third party marketing and I paid a little extra but not extreme prices. As you'll see here, I am missing a few and I will mention who they are as we go along. But let's first start off, as you see here, the boxes up here continue in the same vein and style as the Wave 2 that I showed and reviewed before with Fisto and Mechanic. And as you can see here, they have the promotional shots here of the new Battle Armor Heman, Battle Cat, Battle Armor Skeletor, and Panther. Then we have these two here, Sorceress and Orko, which Orko in his original Filmation costume and toy design is 1 out of 24, but he has been extremely hard for me to find. And it's incredible because then we have King Randor, which I understand why they did him. So a lot of people back in the original 80s collection didn't really probably were fond of him. He's 1 of 96, so good luck to me finding him. And then of course this variant for fun with the pink sorceress as well. Like we had the pink Tila, which I really didn't care too much for. It's cool, but I don't really care. And then as you see here, we have Ram Man, Merman, Stinkor, Fisto, and then Zodak from Filmation and Zodak from the Classics collection. I mean, Zodak's from 2000X and Zodak from Filmation Classic and Toys. There's the bottom for the UPC for you who are interested. And then the top it says Masters of the Universe with the stars and the purple with the outline greens, of course. It says lower subject in the corner here of Castle Grayskull. So those are the continuing boxes, and they come obviously with the BIOS for all of them. I'm going to put these on the side here. Put this one here. Put this one here. And the next box we're going to look at is the one that comes with the Beast assortments. Now, I don't know how deep they're going to dive, but if they do vehicles for this line, it'll be really cool. And right now, as you see, it says Battle Cat, and this is the flock version. I wanted to see how it would look flock because I thought it looked cool. And they never had a Battle Cat flock, so I picked them up. Even though they do have the regular one, which if I find at a good price, I'll probably pick them up too. So these are $15 each, and I got the both sets for it's free shipping for $30. So I can't miss out. I don't think I paid overpriced. I think I got a good price, and that's cool. You see Panther here, as you see, and then a nice promotional shot of Skeletor on one side and Heman on the other. Masters on top, and there's a UPC here. For those interested. There we go. So, I don't think I got a bad deal. I think I got lucky and I think I got a good price, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy that I did because right now, being a Masters fan is really a good time because you have so many different factions. We have the faction of the Mega Constructs, which is a Lego from Hasbro or Mattel rather. Then we have the Mondo Premium line with their line with Skeletor so far, and He-Man and the upcoming Faker, Merman, Man-at-Arms, and they announced Hordak, which he looks absolutely incredible. And then of course the classics through Super 7, and now we're going to have the retro classic style which is the vintage look with articulation from Mattel starting next fall. And then we have also now, as you see here in front of me, the Loyal Subjects line. But the thing with the Loyal Subjects line, even though they changed it and put opening boxes, their way that they sort out their characters and their waves is kind of hard to keep up with because they distribute them all over the place. Like there'll be some, exclusive to Target, some exclusive to Walmart, some exclusive to Hot Topic, and the biggest problem with that is you won't you in depending on the area you live. Like me in my area specifically, I guess since these don't sell well, they don't restock. So I'm left to dry to try to find them, and I don't really have the opportunity to get them in hand. I found the first way that I showed the video and did the review on a while back first in a Loyal Subject when they first announced that they were in stores, and I only found those few that I got. The rest were all gone. So it's just kind of stressful. So in a way, I kind of hate I started collecting this because I should have just stayed away because I knew the troubles and the inconveniences that were going to come with it and the consequences that come with it. And now I'm paying for them because even though in my mind I'm bothered by it because I want to complete them, realistically speaking, I'm not going to go in the third party market and pay $150 for King Randor because that's what they're doing now, the scalpers. So I hope Loyal Subjects realizes this and continue to release older figures when they release newer waves, or they keep re-releasing and stocking them so that people can find all the characters like from the main line, especially not necessarily the color variants, but mainline characters with more ease and comfortability without having to go crazy because these are priced pretty expensive. They're about $15 or $13 depending where you live. That's retail price, and not saying they're not worth it. It's just you don't want to buy some and then you don't find the right one, especially if they come in the black bubble blind box, and you feel like you waste your money because you keep getting doubles, and then you can't sell them forward because most people got the ones that keep coming out easily, like the He-Mans and the Skeletors. You have them in abundance. So let's get right into it. And the first figure we're going to look at is none other than Stinkor. And Stinkor is obviously a repaint of Merman, but it looks really nice, really cool. Nice, a lot of nice detail. Very, very, very authentic to the vintage classic toy. Orange, nice paint job with the white in the eyes, white in the back, with the line straight going back down the back. This is a loose piece, even though it is glued on. Orange gloves, as you see, and its classic, iconic blue shield. The orange belt. I don't know if you can see that, or it comes in very well in the video. Orange belt, right? And then you have, which should be red, I believe. And then you have the loincloths, right? And then the blacks in there. With this should have been painted a little bit better. It's a little bit, it needs another touch of paint, I think. You can see right through it. And then the red, orange here and there. And then, as you know, these figures have articulation, so when the head moves left to right, of course. Then you have the hands that move, and then you have the swivel on the wrists. Then it has a ball joint that moves the top torso completely around, and it swivels too. And then you have in the feet, you have, oh boy, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. On the feet, you have, what you call it, here you go. You have an ankle joint single. Then on the feet, you have left and right. And not really a tilt, but left and right. So for a figure this size, and it has a nice amount of detail and a nice amount of of what you call it, articulation to make you happy. So you can pose them on the shelves. I mean, they are smaller. They are very small. Then we'll go and continue on with Merman, which as you can see is basically the same bowl. Biggest difference is obviously the harness, is mer sword. The paint deco is a little bit more accurate with the green and the orange loincloth, kind of orange. He has that swivel there on the waist and on the top as well. Really nice with that green and teal look that he has always. The white gloves, the knee ankle brace, which is yellow, and then the foot. So he looks really nice. This is what he looks like from the back. Really nice. So Merman is really cool. Like him very much. Then I'll put him over here. Actually, I'll move this a little bit over here. Put him here. Put him here. Then we move on and we have here none other than your boy Remi. Remi. Now Remi is more of a solid piece. He has the articulation there and on the wrist. And on his legs he has the swivel and he moves. No ankle, I guess, to give him stability to stand, because he is top heavy. And this is all one piece. He doesn't move or anything, and he comes with his axe. But he still looks really nice as far as the sheen on the metal headdress, like the original. The face is painted pretty cool. His belt, the seams going down the line. His black belt there. His wrist brace there. Then, as you see here, you have the nice red, and then the green pants, the little boots, the top of the boots painted with those details of gray, which is really nice. You know, obviously, the feet move, and this is what he looks like from the back. He didn't have a clip to put the axe. I was kind of surprised, but still cool nonetheless. Let's put him over here. He's a little top heavy, so you gotta stand him correctly. And then I got Sorceress. Now, the person that sold it to me, they put everything in the packaging completion, but I guess they overlooked putting one of the hands, because all this was loose. I guess because she's so thin and frail. This was out of packaging. This hand came off. This foot came off. She was in pieces, basically. And I thought she was broken at first, but she wasn't. Just, you got to pop it in because they come up loose and stuff, as you see. You know, she's perfectly looking and fine. But I got in touch with them, and they said they were going to send it to me. So she's really pretty, really nice hair dress. As you see, the lips in orange, eye lining, very nicely done there. The falcon here with the white and the oranges, and the way the blue of the beak complements the eyes, and the white around, the orange on the actual, her actual wings, on the head of her body dress, the blues inside the shirt, and then the white staff and the blues on her boot, and the white feathery rings around the boots on the top. So she is pretty nice looking, pretty cool. So I'm happy that she came out pretty cool. I just can't wait to have her complete with the other hand that I'm missing, so that I don't feel like I don't have a complete Sorceress, which right now it does, and that makes me it bothers me for whatever reason. Then we'll get into the new beast, which, as you see here, I have the original first oil subjects that came on wave one, with the Skeletor and the Panther, and he is flocked, as you can see there. Hope it comes in well with his harness painted and everything. And I don't think that he looks bad on it. A lot of people complain because they said that the new wave, they look smaller, and they didn't like that it looked smaller. But I put them side by side, and to be honest, in my opinion, okay, and you guys can disagree with me, it's fine, but I just wanted to point out. Here is the two of them side by side. And I don't think is that they're bigger. What I think it is that the heads are bigger, because if you pop Skeletor's head off, which I'm going to show you here, and then you pop the new battle armor Skeletor's head off, right? The first thing you'll notice is that the pegs are very different from each other, right? Well, in this case, the pegs look the same, right? As you see there, right? This one has a big peg, this one has a small peg. So when I pop the loyal subject's head from the second wave onto Skeletor, which is this one, the proportions still look and feel the same. And if you look at the other head that it came with, you'll realize that the head on this one is a lot bigger. And that's what makes it feel probably the proportions are kind of off, so to speak. But I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. On Heman is more pronounced. They gave Heman a coconut head. So if I put this back on, got on the Skeletor, you see there, put it on his head. You see, looks cool. If I put it back on Skeletor, he still looks pretty cool, as you can see. So you guys can see for yourself the differences. I'll also put the new Skeletor on Battle Cat, or on Panther rather, and then you can see what he looks like on it. You see? I don't think he looks bad. So to show off Battle Cat, or Panther rather, here he goes by himself. He has a face, his eyes are closed, so it looks like somebody was made a joke that he looks like he's Chinese or something. The tail swivels, the legs, the head, legs in the back, but that's about it. I think those are the only points of articulation. I think he looks nice. He looks cool. I love that he's flocked. It's a really nice touch. And I think he looks good. So I'll put this on top of here, put Skeletor's over him, as you guys can see there, and voila! We have the two skull bones with Panther. Boom. So then we'll move on to He-Man and Battle Cat. And as you see there, this is what He-Man looks on top of Battle Cat. You see Battle Cat's head. It doesn't. This is the first release of the He-Man, so he doesn't look bad. You know what I mean? He doesn't look bad. I think it fits. It works well with him too. But again, I'll make the example. Here you go. The first He-Man with the new battle armor. So if you look at the bodies, they're the same width. Okay, this even looks a little wider. It's the head. This one's a lot cleaner and smaller than this one. So for proof, I'll pop their heads off. Really fast. Uh-oh. 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 Does it want to come out? Oh, there he goes. There we go. Oh, just so that you can see for reference, this one case is a little different because both the pegs are very different in these. You notice the one for the old He-Man is a lot smaller than this ball peg. as you can see there. Right? So what I'll do is, just so you can see for reference, I'll put the head of the new He-Man on the old body. And look, you see? It doesn't look wrong at all. The proportions still look pretty good. So for me, I feel it's the heads that are too big from the original wave compared to the new wave. And that's what's kind of makes it feel like it's too different drastically when it really isn't. So, I mean, you guys can let me know how you feel and down the bottom. You probably think I'm wrong, and that's okay. But again, that's just how what I've noticed and how I feel. So I popped this here. My He-Man is really in loose state. I have to kind of put some stuff to make him hold better on him. He's too easily, the limbs pop out of him too easily. So here you go. This is the newer He-Man, and what we'll do is we'll put him on Battle Cat. So you can see what he looks like on Battle Cat. And here you go. It looks really good too. Either one works well. So if you don't have one and you have the other, I think you're not going to be disappointed whichever He-Man you choose to put on. So enough of that. Now let's take another quick look at Battle Cat, and here he is in all of his glory. Nice harness color with the red. Nice harness detail for the body, and then he has the lines in him. As you can see, he is flocked. He is flocked, but you can still see the yellow lines. I think he looks great. And I like that he has the flock because it makes it feel like he's an animal more instead of just having the sculpting. And again, he swivels there, and his helmet, I thought, came off, but it doesn't. It's actually glued on, so I don't want to mess it up. But it looks really good. His mouth doesn't articulate either. I thought it did, but it didn't. That would have been nice if they would have put that in there, but they didn't. It's okay. It is what it is. So there we have them. There we have He-Man and Battle Cat, obviously, respectively, in their loyal subject faction, or their loyal, subject line or form. Put him there. Put him here. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Here is the newest figures I got for the second wave of the Loyal Subjects Masters of the Universe He-Man toy line. I don't know. I haven't seen too many people review them, so I'm hoping that people will like the video and come check it out if they're interested. But if you guys like it, let me know what you think down below. And if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, and just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Like always, like I tell you guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for stopping by. And if you subscribe, much appreciated because it means the world to me. And remember, I consider you part of the family now. So, if you guys like to help with my channel to get further content and further, awesome things like figures or new video games or toys based off video games, or maybe even better lighting or a better camera for the future, please feel free from the kindness of your heart, if you want to make a small donation to my PayPal account or my, active Patreon account. I have a small subscriber base. I don't make any income off of this. I don't have a super chat. I don't qualify for advertisements. I don't have no sponsors. So, again, any little bit of help goes a long way. But keep in mind, always, that it's not mandatory. It's if you choose to help from the kindness of your heart. All right, guys. See you on the next episode. Thank you for joining me. Hope you like this one. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Peace.